Just the other day, I had someone ask me an interesting question, and that was, you've had a lot of really successful hunts. Have you ever had one that just really went bad, or you really screwed it up or whatever? And the answer to that is yes. And I'm about to show you one of them that just was a real heartbreaker. So let's just jump right in here and tell the story. So this was 2015. It was a spring hunt in Manitoba. At that time, I was trying to get the blonde color phase bear to complete my Grand Slam of the 4 major color phases. I was in an area that I knew had a really nice blonde bear on camera, and so that's what I was hunting. I was really hoping to get that bear. So, I mean, it's really hard to get a specific bear, but this was the bear that I wanted. So on this hunt, I was seeing a lot of bears. Bears were coming and going all the time. And there was a sow that would come to the bait, and she was being followed by a huge male. And he was just an exceptional bear, well over 400 pounds for a spring bear, a big Boone Crockett head on him. But he wouldn't come to the bait. She would come in, and he would circle around the area and just stay where you couldn't get a shot at him. On bow hunting, I could have killed him with a rifle easily, but being a bow hunter, it's more of a challenge, that's for sure. And so this bear would just stay out of reach. But I wasn't that concerned about it because I was really just hunting this blonde bear. Well, on the 3rd day of the hunt, I had a blonde bear come in, but it was kind of a smaller one, and is just an absolutely beautiful colored bear. I mean, I just was like, oh my gosh, would that make an incredible mount or rug? What an amazing bear. And it gave me such a nice shot, and I was just like, you know what? When I complete the Grand Slam, it's going to be in magazines, it's going to be on YouTube, it's going to get all this kind of publicity, and I just don't really want it to be a smallish sow that's probably 2 years old and 150 pounds. I just want it to be a better representative, and I know that there's a bigger one in this area. So I passed up this bear, and I didn't know if I was going to regret it or not because a blonde bear is so hard to get. Well, the next day, believe it or not, I'm looking over several bears again, and then here comes the big blonde bear. And he comes right to the edge of the area, and then he stops, and he looks around, and he just kind of sniffs around and looks, and he just didn't like it. Something didn't add up. He wasn't comfortable with the situation, and he just turned and he left. And he left in enough of a hurry that I thought, he's probably not coming back, at least not today. So another tough disappointment. Well, the following day, here came this big boar and sow again, and the sow started to circle the bait, which she would normally do, and he would stay kind of out of range, and then she would work her way into the bait, and I thought, here's a repeat performance of 2 other times that I've seen this bear. And I told my son Dawson, who was filming for me, I said, if this bear goes through that opening right over there, I'm going to shoot him. It's about 40 yards, and I've shot quite a few deer at 40 yards. I never shot I guess I have shot one bear at that range before on a spot and stalk hunt in British Columbia, but typically I don't shoot that far with a bow. But this situation, I'm like, that is a giant bear, and I feel like my chances of getting a blonde on this hunt are over. So if he walks through that opening, I'm going to shoot him at 40 yards. And sure enough, the sow goes through the opening, and then a little bit later, he just kind of works his way along the trail, and he comes through that opening, and I was drawn and had the pin saddled on him, and I let it fly. And it was a pretty good shot. It hit maybe 4 inches low from where I was aiming, but it looked good, and we gave it some time, and then we got out and checked the blood trail. And I just said, you know what, let's just go talk to Tom, and Tom, the outfitter. I said, yeah, we'll see what he says. And he said, well, let's just go back in the morning. So we went back in the morning. We found a lot of blood. We trailed him for quite a ways, and I was pretty optimistic because of the amount of blood. And then we came to this creek, and the bear crossed the creek, but we lost blood when he crossed the creek, and we went up and down the creek on both sides to try to find a trail or a track or anything that would indicate where he went. And then we ended up spending about 2 hours just grid searching, circling around the area trying to find the bear, and we did not find it. There's no doubt in my mind that I killed that bear, and to be able to not recover it is just absolutely heartbreaking. Sometimes it happens that way. Fortunately, most of the time, you know, the shots are good. We recover the bears quickly and everything like that. But yeah, heartbreaks happen too. So that was a really tough hunt for me. Thought I would share that with you, and I'd love to hear your comments on it, and if anything like that has ever happened to you. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.